Refresh the. Thank you, right? All right. Hello everyone. My name is Kapil. I am a business advisor here in. In today's webinar, we will be discussing how we can manage field services using Odoo's application. So before we begin, let me discuss who we are and how Odoo is different from the competition. Okay, so we started out in 2006 with a very small team, and in 2020 we currently are 950 plus employees spread across the 9 global offices, and we also provide professional services through our partner network who are affiliated to Odoo. They are more than 2500 spread across the 170 countries. Then we also have seen the user base with people. If you are time spent only on the core functions, rest of the time they usually have to spend on preparing reports, compiling data, and repetitive tasks which any sophisticated ERP can help you automate. Okay, so most of the company uses, of course, software and tools, but they are using different software tools, and at the same time, since these applications are not integrated, it doesn't even provide you centralized communication channel. That way, your employee or workforce will have to largely rely upon external communication mean like sending email from the external type of centralized communication channel. You tend to lose important piece of information which has been shared across the platform. So in this quadrant graph, we can see Odoo covers widest scope of business. At the same time, it is one of the easiest to use ERP, and we will also discuss how Odoo is different from the traditional ERP. So traditional ERPs are centered on accounting, meaning SMB like you can only automate sales, purchase, inventory, and accounting. But dynamics of doing business is changing rapidly, and the business has a new challenges, and business has a new requirement. For example, inquiry management, after sales service, then selling online through e-commerce, and centralized communication, of course. And so these are the problem and the new challenges for the business, and that's exactly where Odoo comes into play. So Odoo is totally different from the traditional ERP, while the traditional ERP is centered on accounting, we are customer centric ERP solution. So we have 67 applications, right from CRM to project management, manufacturing, even marketing automation, and you name it. So now we know that who we are and how we can help you achieving the business automation with our centralized solution. We will see in this webinar how we can manage field services using Odoo's field service application. So as per the today's agenda, we will discuss these use cases wherein ABC Private Limited provides installation and repairing service for flat TV. They wish to manage all the aspects of the installation and repairing services, right from planning a visit to invoice creation and everything in between. So while performing the installation, they also want to track the component or product that get consumed during installation. Then they also want to plan a route so that they can cover maximum location for the customer, and they can also see how they can plan their resources in terms of human resource and material. Okay, so we'll cover this point. We'll plan and schedule a field visit for our technicians. Then we'll also see how we can assign tasks or field visits basis of the availability on any given day or week. Then we'll also see how we can plan a route for them, and we will see how Odoo can help you manage the tracking of the spare part which got consumed during the field visit, and eventually we will be able to bill to the customer once we are done with our installation or repair services. We will also briefly touch on the reporting part, and once we are done with the webinar flow, we will also discuss briefly the way forward with the implementation process. Okay, so here we go. So this is how the main dashboard looks like. Of course, we have multiple applications, but we will confine ourselves to the field service application only. So let's go right into the field service application. Here you can see all the tasks which I have scheduled for today and for future date. Okay, here I can see all the scheduled visit date wise. If you are a business owner and if you want to manage the team of technicians, and if you want to plan their visit, installation visit or repair visit, you can simply remove this filter. You can group it by, let's say, responsible, and here you can see the list of the technicians who are scheduled for the installation or repair task. And you can also group it by project. So for example, ABC Private Limited also does repairing job and installation. So here I can see how many repair visits I have scheduled for my technician and how many installation visits I have scheduled for my installation visit. Then as we can see, this is the future visit. I can see it in Kanban view. There are different views. We'll discuss one by one. For example, this is Kanban view, wherein it provides you the overview about our visit. It has the title of the visit, customer name, then the location and the time. Okay, and here you can see the technician who is responsible. Now in map view, I can schedule my route depending upon the customer location. So it makes perfect sense for me to visit from the same city in one route. So I will plan my visit or schedule it accordingly. And if I click on navigate, it is directly linked to the Google Map, and it will navigate me from my work location to the customer's location. So this is very easy in Odoo, and let's load it. We'll wait for some time. And this is again the calendar view, wherein I can see my visit on daily basis. Here I can see whom to visit and for what purpose, whether it is an installation or a repair. I can clearly see it in calendar. And this is our Gantt view. Gantt view is especially useful when you want to plan something, whether you want to reschedule any of your visit or whether you want to reassign any job to any of your technical person. So we'll go right into the planning tab from the main menu, and here we can see that Kapil is managing these many installation visit, and Kumar is working on these many field visits. I can further group it by stage. Here how many of the service visits are in done stage and how many of them are new stage, meaning we already have scheduled it, but the job need to be done from our end. And here we can see whether this project is TV installation or a TV repair. In case if I want to reschedule my visit, I can simply do it right from the Gantt view. For example, let's say I won't be available on Thursday, so I would ask Kumar to do this installation. I can simply reassign this installation visit to Kumar. Okay, right from the Gantt view. In any case, let's say customer is not available for this time slot, so they have requested another alternate time slot. So I can also reschedule my visit right from the Gantt view. Okay. Now I will quickly create one installation visit. For example, let's say customer is interested in the installation of 40-inch TV. So okay, I can choose customer because it is integrated with my contact application. Okay, but in case we don't have that customer encoded in our system, we can always create new one on the fly. Okay, we just have to click on create and edit, and we are good to go. So let's choose the Mr. Customer. I will choose the date and time. Let's say I want to schedule it for 2 to 1, and I will assign it to myself, but I can always assign it to any of my colleagues depending upon the availability. Okay, and the project name is TV installation. Now the customer is also interested in additional product. For example, they have requested water stabilizer. They have decided to not use the standard wall mount stand. Instead, they are interested in swivel mount stand. So I can also mention this so that my tech person can install the desired product while performing installation, and at the same time they also be in the knowing that these are additional inventory that will get consumed during this visit. Okay. Now good thing in Odoo is that everything is integrated from the backend. To avoid any surprises post installation, I can directly send customer with the price estimate of the inventory that I am going to use for the installation. For example, if I can costs. So that way I am setting an expectation for the cost associated with this additional product, and I can always send the price estimate to my customer right from the system. Now after agreed on the pricing, I will schedule a call so that I can inform my customer about upcoming visit, and can encode my activity right from the data section, and we'll see how different event, whether it is a minor event or a major event or even a piece of communication, how it gets recorded automatically in the chat section. So assuming that our technician has reached to the customer location, he has started performing installation, and if you also want to measure the time spent for this visit, we can simply activate the timer so that timer starts recording the time. Now as my technician can see that this customer also requires swivel mount stand and water stabilizer, he can directly add this product by clicking on the product option. Here I am adding swivel mount stand, and I will also add stabilizer. Okay, and we can also see the product that will be consumed in this installation right under the product smart button for this job. So here assuming that we are done with our installation service, let's save it, and I can also send report so that my customer can acknowledge the installation process and the inventory that get consumed while performing the installation. So the same task can be done through the mobile application, whether it is Android based application or iOS based application. So let's go back to edit mode. Now we'll see, as discussed previously, here I can see that customer has signed this worksheet, okay, and meaning he has acknowledged the cost and the material and other efforts that spent for this installation. Okay, now I can send my customer with the reports. So this customer will have a copy of the service visit. If I click on it, alternatively I can also have this printed out and send them physical copy of this document. Now I will finally mark this as done, and the moment I mark this as done, okay, system will suggest me to raise an invoice. So of course, if you want your technician to raise an invoice right from their mobile applications, you can use this option, and this is how it look like. To just give you a brief idea, in case if they are using mobile, then this is how the overall user interface would look like from the mobile application perspective, and I can create an invoice. And as you can see, the invoice smart button is added right here, and I can eventually post it, and I can register the payment. So here we also have worksheet. Let's say worksheet is basically the summary of the effort spent by our technician and the overall inventory or material that was used behind this installation. So we can also see the worksheet, and now here you can see how everything got encoded in the chapter section. So it becomes very easy for you and your technician to communicate the relevant information with your customer pertains to the installation part. And now we'll briefly discuss the reporting part. So in reporting part, we can see the overall efforts or the overall visit that are made by our technician in reporting part. Here I can see I have got two projects. One is TV installation, another is TV repair, and Kapil has worked on 12 field visits, and Kumar has scheduled 7 field visits for the installation, and this is for the repairing part. I can choose the relevant measure, assign to projects, stage, and I can retrieve any piece of information by using filter option and group by. Okay, so this is pretty much everything on how we can manage field services, whether it is a maintenance, repair or installation using Odoo's field service application. We just saw how easy it is to manage field services using Odoo Field Service application, and it will definitely save lots of your time automating almost everything. Okay, so let's say if you want to implement Odoo, what is the way forward? So in case if you want to use Odoo on cloud in its more standard form without heavy customization, then Odoo Cloud is a way to go. In case if you choose to go with Odoo Cloud, we have in-house delivery team who will work on a project and will implement this project. Now, in case if you want to deploy Odoo on your own server, or if you want to integrate or with the third-party tools or software, or in case if you have heavy requirement, customized requirement, in that case we will simply ask our partner to assist you in the smooth implementation of the project. And in case if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I will try my best to address all your functional related queries. In case if you have advanced questions or query, you can simply reach out to me by sending me email or directly calling me on my landline with the extension 211. So, hello, are you having any questions?
No, currently we don't have any questions.
Okay, we will wait for another 5 minutes before we conclude this session. So once again, if you want to schedule a demo session or if you want to schedule a discovery call, please reach out to me on the contact detail mentioned on this slide, and we will have further discussion on your requirement. Okay, so I believe this is everything about how we can manage field services using Odoo's integrated application. Feel free to reach out to us as per your convenient availability. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.